Disagreement is not a failure of society. It is a natural consequence of diversity. People differ in background, belief, values, and priorities. In open societies, those differences do not disappear, they surface. The question is not whether disagreement exists, but how societies learn to manage it. This is where secular education plays a critical role. Democracy depends on more than voting. It depends on citizens who can reason together, evaluate evidence, and engage with opposing views without resorting to fear or force. Secular education helps develop these capacities. By emphasizing critical thinking, students learn how to examine claims, identify assumptions, and recognize bias, including their own. They learn that disagreement does not require dismissal and that uncertainty is not a weakness. This creates intellectual humility, an essential skill in democratic life. Secular education also teaches respect for shared rules. In pluralistic societies, people may disagree deeply about values and meaning, but democracy functions only when there is agreement on process, on evidence, law, and fair participation. By grounding education in shared methods of understanding rather than doctrine, secular education reinforces this common ground. Another essential skill is the ability to distinguish disagreement from threat. When beliefs are tied to identity and authority, disagreement can feel personal or dangerous. Secular education helps separate ideas from identity. Students learn that ideas can be questioned without attacking people, and that disagreement can be constructive rather than destructive. This reduces polarization and makes dialogue possible. Education also shapes how power is understood. In democratic systems, authority is meant to be accountable, not absolute. Secular education reinforces this by encouraging inquiry rather than obedience. Students are invited to ask why, to examine evidence, and to challenge claims, including those made by institutions. This prepares citizens who expect transparency and responsibility. Just as importantly, secular education supports inclusion. When no single belief system defines education, everyone enters the public space on equal footing. This strengthens trust and reduces the sense that democracy belongs to some groups more than others. The result is not consensus. Democracy does not require agreement on everything. It requires the ability to disagree without breaking the system. Secular education helps build that capacity. It equips people to engage with complexity, to tolerate uncertainty, and to cooperate across differences. In a world facing shared challenges, from technology to climate to global health, these skills are not optional. They support shared understanding. Secular education does not eliminate conflict. It prepares people to face it responsibly. And in doing so, it helps sustain democratic life itself.